Okay, so you guys all have decided to stay at this area for quite a while to let your members of your team sort of heal from the previous encounter, as well as to just sort out all the events, all the things that you need to do individually. And while you all stay at the same inn, you rarely see each other, if you will, as everyone's sort of going in and out. Jules, in particular, you find that for most parts of your day, you seem to be wandering around the streets, particularly the more richer districts, what it seems, and you'd be eyeing out sort of all the more inattentive nobles, as you will.
While I'm there, I want to use the sleeves of many garments and my disguise skill to use a noble disguise.
Okay.
So I fit in. So I'm not standing out as
okay, so you're this sort of short, well-dressed noblesman. No one seems to notice you other than the fact that you have a few suitors occasionally try to come up to you, ask you where you're from, etc., and you sort of brush them off for the most part.
Okay, first rich-looking noble I find, and then duck into an alley and activate Vanishing Trick to become invisible for 2 minutes. This gives me a plus 20 bonus to stealth.
Okay, you find a pair of noblemen who seem to be chatting up a storm, kind of outside one of the more richer sort of bars, if you will, taverns, and you duck into the nearby alleyway and activate your stealth, and you walk back out. What would you like to do?
I'll sneak up behind the first one of them and pickpocket him.
Okay. Now roll sleight of hand. Yeah. So he doesn't notice you as you sneak up behind him. You sort of appraise his figure, trying to figure out where he keeps his gold. So as you successfully manage to sort of sneak up on him, you notice that he has a quite a heaving a sack of coins, sort of strapped to his very elaborate sort of waistband.
I will relieve him of it.
You relieve him of it. You gently sort of pry it out from there. Neither of them notice it as they sort of laugh and talk about more ribald issues. You don't pay attention to it as you sort of snap it out of his waistband and you scamper off.
Yep.
If you open it up in the alleyway, you notice that you have about 70 gold coins.
Excellent.
Over those few days, all of you, as you wander around doing your own things, particularly if you stay at the inn, you notice that more and more people seem to be shooting you, either curious or dirty looks, particularly as word diffuses of your exploits in the neighboring village.
Is there any time of day where we're all in the inn, like dinner or something?
On the current day, just now, you all find yourself together sitting for a nice evening dinner in the inn. You sort of the bustle around you is quite lively in the inn now that sort of everyone's off work, and you hear a lot of various chatter and clinks of glass as everyone's taking a beer to sort of relax. Suzu offers to help in the inn kitchen while all of you are during the kind of the week that you were there. Okay, Suzu built a fantastic rapport with the kitchen aides, and so when she's eating there, when you're all dining there together, on the current day, one of the kitchen aides kind of walks out and brings Suzu an extra helping of stew, and he tells her, "This is our specialty. Eat more, child." And he sort of pats you very heartily on the back as he laughs and walks back into the kitchen. Would anyone like to start some sort of discussion with each other? Or is everyone quiet as you nom away?
I want to bring up with the others that with the party funds, we should probably get some form of healing, whether that be potions or a wand of cure light wounds. Considering we have 3 potions and I don't say this out loud, but I was expecting the 1 to be more useful than 5 casts, so...
Okay.
Laniel is in a bit of a huff from what I typed earlier, where he spent his free time angrily practicing a few cantrips and getting frustrated when they failed, so he basically just nods and...
Oh.
Yeah, he pulls an egg on it and just nods angrily.
Laugh.
User joined your channel.
I
I was about to make cricket noises.
Like Suzu kind of like in the middle, while she's eating her stew, she kind of like in between bites, she kind of like. How do you make cricket noises? What are cricket noises?
I don't know. She takes out a cricket and puts it in the middle of the table.
Why do you have a
From her
cricket
little
woman?
box, she pulls out the cricket, kind of
Look,
like
she's
Mulan.
like Mulan. Yeah, she has like
User joined
companion
your channel.
cricket. Okay. No, I should get this the spell like create creature or something. Create tiny creature.
You can get summon monster.
User joined.
No,
your
that's what it
channel.
is. I think like summon tiny creature or something like this.
And it sings along with you.
Akka, your answer was not very helpful.
So I probably cut out. I
Yeah,
assume.
communal cache.
Communal cache, potions, healing.
So as Jewel sort of mentions, you know, getting a sort of group healing device with the communal funds, I would like all of you to roll perception.
Okay.
Please note this isn't sense motive, so this isn't me.
So you got a 1 earlier.
No, I meant for she's not getting you to perception against me.
Okay. Someone got a 20. Wicked, Jesus.
I have a +8 to that too.
Good God. Hey! I got a +6.
Hey!
I got +2, so it's 19 for me.
Suzu's stuffing her face at the moment, so that's her excuse.
Hi, Mega.
You two there at the top of the tree.
I have a bad feeling we're just gonna reenact what happened with the ooze because all our rolls are so good right now. Later we get in combat and it's just like...
Well, I
Or I get
already burned my first one.
Or I get another critical, like, looking through a window.
Okay, all of you except Suzu, who's
Ah,
busy
window.
sort of stuffing her face full of the extra portion of stew that she's gotten, sort of overhear the 2 guards sort of sat made the table next to you. You sort of hear their talking over the rowdiness of the crowd, and you hear them discussing about the events of the city, particularly how the rebellion seems to be growing stronger, especially after the foreigners had arrived and managed to bring back Aaron, who, as word has leaked out, caused some sort of calamity in the neighboring village. And and you hear the guard sort of talking, almost derisively of the sorcerer, Veyron, as they discuss about how he's been a terrible sort of face for their military, and how foreigners were sort of driving their city to ruins. But especially since they are familiar with how you had haggled with their superior on how much you'd received. Jules, you only hear the faintest whisper of what's going on, but the rest of you hear it clearly about how they lean in and they talk about, and they laugh and they cajole about a name called Turdock, and how eventually someone's going to end up like him.
Can I roll knowledge local to see if Lyanna knows about Turdock?
Roll knowledge local? Would it be local?
It would. Not trying to metagame here. Would I automatically know this, considering
You did not hear it properly. You did not hear the name. Kind
right.
of came out muffled. The rest of the group, barring Suzu and Jules, managed to hear it very
it
quickly.
would be knowledge nobility, wouldn't it? Considering
I wouldn't call it nobility.
No,
You can
not nobility.
Give me a second.
history.
Knowledge history, yes.
It's not local. Yeah, history, because it's not local.
No, okay, never mind. Oh, might as well. Well, I said so. Might as well roll. Lyanna's gonna keep her mouth shut during this. She's just racking her head to see if she knows this. Nope. Not a fucking clue.
So Liana sort of racks her head and she scratches her head and kind of like takes off her hat and kind of runs her hands through her hair, but otherwise she can't pin some sort of identity to the name.
She thinks it's the name of the local postman.
Possibly. Okay, Miraz, roll for history. Have you heard? Oh, Miraz is when you hear the name, you sort of perk up and you are aware that he was a castle guard from a city far from where you are now, and he was the reason for the fall of their king, as he had sort of allowed the entrance for an assassin into into the castle.
So they're basically comparing the sorcerer to Turdock, if I get it right.
You're not sure who they're comparing it to. It could the way they phrased it. It could be the sorcerer. It could be another person unhappy with the rain. But you are able to grasp that sooner or later, it seems like all of them are sort of waiting for that moment when someone cracks and the foundation of this city falls. After you hear the conversation, they sort of clink their mugs together, and they roar in celebration. And as they go off on a tangent about the good that they're doing in the neighboring city, Al-Hakrid, as aid has finally been diffused throughout the village, throughout the small city. So the noise around you sort of grows in intensity as the night prolongs. All of you are finished with your meals. The bartender and his barmaid sort of wander over and they ask you if you're okay, if you need anything else, etc.
Jules is fine.
Okay.
Laniel shakes his head.
I'll take a couple more bottles of whatever liquor you got.
Okay, the barmaid sort of clears up all the bowls, the empty bowls, and she winks at Liana and goes off to grab more liquor for the thirsty privateer. Morass, okay, you also get a top up from the keg actually, of nice cold desert ale. Okay, so as the night progresses, everyone else starts to get drunker and drunker, particularly the commoners around you. They don't quite have the iron liver that some of you might have obtained over the years of traveling. Jules, you would assume you know from your time here that the shops are likely closed at this time. Because everything closes quite early.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll leave that
Aegon.
until the next morning.
All right, Aegon leaves. No problem, Nikki. Aegon leaves to perform his evening workout and practices. Everyone gets rowdier. It gets the air sort of changes, and the rest of you, while Aegon is outside, sort of notice that a group of commoners, a little 2 tables away, you would say, is starting to glare at you, or glare in your direction.
Laniel will
I glare
ask,
back.
Laniel will ask,
Roll
were
intimidate.
were we planning on leaving tonight or tomorrow? I'd assume tomorrow.
Tomorrow we want to grab a healing item.
Yes, we
Yeah,
are
we're
still in the inn. If everyone notices.
Honestly, you only missed stuff you failed the perception check first. Sorry, you only missed the stuff you failed the perception check for, so it works out in character.
They don't make it a secret that they're kind of like giving you the stink eye.
I'm tempted to roll intimidate, but I don't think I'd actually care much. Oh, I've given Liana back her hat at this point because I've recovered
Okay,
from
yeah,
the
yeah.
damage. I'm just making that.
Okay. You can roll for Intimidate, and Miraz. Yeah, Miraz. And then Mega, for you the guards left a little bit prior after talking to the barkeeper, sort of chatting up a storm. They left, and you see them sort of drunkenly stumbling back towards the castle. You can roll Intimidate if you want, Jules, or anyone else who's there.
Lania looks put off by. He didn't. I mean, he didn't react when they mentioned Tordak, but he looks put off now. So he mutters something under his breath and just leaves the inn. Doesn't go away. Just gets out of it. Too hot, he mutters.
Okay, so you go out for some fresh air. And you sort of stand at the
Sort of
the
watching
patio-ish
Aegon.
area, sort of try and get some dry, cool desert air.
Watching Aegon hungrily.
Yeah, you're watching Aegon
His
sweat
sweaty
glistening
muscles.
off his rippling muscles as he goes through his katas.
Christ
I'll
almighty.
roll Intimidate.
Well, intimidate them. Okay, so you sort of, despite your stature, you sort of hunch over and you glare at them menacingly. The daggers sort of seem to physically penetrate them as they shoot up in almost shock before kind of muttering to themselves and looking away from all of you, talking amongst their table.
Jules looks incredibly self-satisfied.
Of course, Jules does.
Lyanna gives a chuckle and just keeps drinking out of one of the bottles. She's planning on saving the other one for later.
Alternate between them.
No, she likes having fresh bottles.
So as the barkeep seems to notice the alteration, as he does, he's the barkeep. He notices everything in his sanctuary, and he sort of calmly walks over and leans over your table, keeping an eye on, not looking at any of you, but sort of keeping an eye on his crowd, and he sort of whispers to your party, I wouldn't rouse them up if I were you. The people here are not happy with foreign blood. Sides eyes you and smiles sort of tenuously, very tensely, and he says, "A lot's happened, but even before your party came, the rebellion is brewing, child, and there's no way of stopping it. They aren't happy with the influence that we're getting from the outside. They say we should go back to our roots. That we're being looked down upon by the people. That even some of measly outsiders," and he pointedly looks at all of you, "can solve our problems, but we can't. They're not happy with that." He sort of sighs and sort of stands up a little. He kind of adjusts his position. He rests his arms on the table as he whispers to all of you, kind of gesturing for all of you to lean in more. And he says, "I would get out as soon as you can if I were you. Seems like storm is brewing. There's been talk about unhappiness with the king. Talk about people, influential people, even trying something, anything. I don't know what they're up to particularly, but I do know that this isn't just a problem with the commoners, with the poor. In fact, the poor are the least of our worries."
So what you mean is that this rebellion, or whatever you're describing, might be something larger?
He sort of shrugs and kind of stands up very tiredly and heaves a sigh. "I'm not sure if it's larger or if it's smaller. I'm not sure what's going on. But all I hear is that some sort of group here has gotten a lot of influence lately in the underground. And it would do all of you good to get out as quickly as possible. I know me and my family might. If it wasn't for the fact that This bar is my home. This bar is my life. That's all I've got. Sorry, Jules, what?
Keeps her mouth shut for now. She's waiting until he leaves to talk.
Okay, and he kind of looks at all of you, nods once, and sort of walks back towards his bar. He gets taken aside by a few celebrating drunk, sort of loud, happy drunks, and he kind of joins them in.
I don't know about the rest of you, but this sounds like it could be profitable.
Profitable? Well, in any case, this is going to be a good spill of blood if this keeps going on. This does seem to cause trouble.
The
Laniel,
nobles are getting involved.
Laniel's outside.
Like he wanders back in.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. Aka, jeez.
I'm saying.
He wanders back in, looking a little bit more relaxed. Still the tiniest bit. No, actually, no. He's perfectly relaxed now. He sits back down with him.
Okay, if no one wants to do anything else, I would say that the night is starting to get late.
Well, whatever trouble it is, I assume it's still going to be there tomorrow.
Pardon?
Whatever trouble it is, I assume it's still going to be there tomorrow, so it might be good to rest for now.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing what happens to adventurers, we're probably going to be in the middle of it somewhere.
Yeah. Join the
Not if we
Pathfinder
leave.
Society, they said. Get paid, they said.
Nixxi, what was that?
We can't get dragged into it if we leave.
Do we have somewhere else we want to be?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've got nothing official from the Pathfinder Society yet, I believe.
But our sorcerer friend asked if we would go back with him, didn't he?
That might
Did
be
he mention
something.
payment?
Laniel shakes his head. I'm assuming this is all in character.
Right, Jules sort of looks between everyone. Not sure about the rest of you, but considering what we've been hearing about him lately and the public's current opinion of him, I'm not really inclined to be associated with him.
That might be, but back there in Hawkridge, this seemed to... Well, I've still got my mind on it, because nothing quite connects to me yet. And they seem to have ship resources and all to ooze out the ooze problem, but... I don't know, I still got some kind of bad feeling about it.
Laniel says a little bit quietly, didn't take you to be one who judges a book by its cover, Jules.
Not judging by the cover, everybody else is, and I don't feel like getting stabbed for being associated.
Laniel shrugs.
You'd be stabbed without being associated with him, so...
Yes, but there's a lot less people looking to stab me on my own than associating with someone who's currently known for wiping out a town. Well, city.
Well, it wasn't exactly wiping out, more like endangering every person there and turning in...
We did see the same ghost town, right?
That was a pretty wiped out town.
Yeah.
Point
Like,
taken.
obviously, not his fault. Mind controlling brains, asshole brains. But we're not going to get paid for associating with him. We're not going to benefit at all. And there's 6 of us, and we do kind of need to earn money.
What the fuck? The B is so far away from the W.
He's silent.
The B is set. Should E stop?
Should you stop?
That's the question. Can a person create a character that is legitimately smarter than the person that created it?
Legitimately stopped.
That's...
Yes, I've done it.
Legitimately smarter than you?
It's not. Yeah, it's not enjoyable.
Yeah, you basically have to spend like an hour thinking for every one line of their dialogue.
No, really. It's more of a case of like.
Or you cheat and give them out of character knowledge.
Well,
But that'd be metagaming.
In situations where like they need to, I'm thinking not in a roleplay character. I'm thinking more just writing fiction.
Oh yeah, I was thinking writing as well. That's how I write them.
Yeah.
Like if they have to make a snap decision, I give them 2 hours worth of thought.
No, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. In any action of theirs that is like cool, I have to think about for a while.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Okay,
What's going on? Okay, before we do anything else, that had shot you guys the stink eye sort of get up very drunkenly, and they walk out in a line, sort of yelling a drunken slur, slurring a drunken yell to the bartender who waves them off, and the last one in the row sort of sort of bumps rather strongly into Suzuko's back.
Oh no, he didn't.
And kind of as Suzuko as you all turn to look at him, he kind of looks back at you and sort of sneers as they.
Jules is going to stand up. Do I need to roll initiative?
Jesus
well, I mean, this would be a surprise, so you could. You
Surprise
could
is useless to me if I can't sneak attack, because I don't actually want to kill the fool.
Mira stands up just as Jules stands up. And if he rolls initiative, I also roll to stop him.
You.
Oh.
Jules would not have to roll initiative because there's nothing to because they wouldn't.
Oh, looking at him.
You didn't
is my
get nudged
old-
though.
Yeah, but
Sorry?
you bumped into Suzuka.
Yeah, it's sorry. It just seems a little funny to me where it's like someone nudges someone else. You stand up. Excuse me.
Jules is twitchy. Unless Suzuko reacts first, because she had obviously a first reaction.
I was gonna say like you're jumping the gun a bit. I think Suzuko would react first.
Nixxi?
Suzu would just turn and smile at the guy. Does she have to like
Play unnatural lust.
roll anything to check if like, she's been pickpocketed?
Sorry, check it. What?
Or would she have to roll anything to like sense if she's been pickpocketed? Or like check her belongings?
Sense if you're pickpocketed. If that's the first thought that comes to mind, you can feel yourself up and check.
She feels herself up seductively in front. No.
Music plays in the background.
She pulls a pole out of nowhere and starts dancing.
Yeah, she'll do the pole dancing. She'll
do
roll
the strip
pole
to make the
dancing.
money back.
No.
She checks her cleavage for the money she hid.
As you check
If-
your person,
Pulls her
sort
shirt
of
down.
rather-
Oh, is there anything gone?
Correct. Okay. As you check your person rather quickly, quick glance through, you realize you do not notice that anything is missing. Nothing seems to be missing.